Man, we back. We got, man, the Fort Worth legend. How you doing today, Pops?
I'm all right, young man.
Yes, sir. So, the first thing I want to ask you is something we talked about earlier. You said the kids. Let's talk about the kids with the guns for a minute. How did we get to this generation of kids with guns? Because when I was in school, you know, like I said, we had kids that had like maybe a deuce or maybe something like that. But as far as like an entire like Draco or extended clip with a switch, we didn't have that. So how did we get to that point?
Your rap music, your TV, your games, it gave kids nothing but guns. And then they got a chance to see the war guns on the game things that y'all was buying your kids. So kids got involved with guns. Your rap music got kids with guns. All of the brothers standing up with their guns. The rap music got them. The movie got kids with guns. So America is just a gun country. Greg Abbott said everybody get a gun. Now everybody got a gun. And the kids got guns. Y'all got guns in your house to protect you in your house, but the kids see the gun and you ain't got it on safety. And you ain't got it locked up. The kids, y'all going to work. The kids steal the guns, go to school with the guns. Now y'all held responsible for it. And the kids is picking the guns up and don't even know that the guns are really just in a person's life. They don't know these guns killing people. They don't understand killing. And all they see is guns. All the movies is guns. And in the black community, all the movies, everybody got a gun outdoors with it. All the boys outdoors with guns, standing outdoors in the front yard. So every kid see a gun. Now everybody want a gun. I'm scary, but I got a gun. I'm weak, but I got a gun. And I got to have my gun because I feel like I'm a man when I got that gun. So America's just messed up. It messed up. Everybody got a gun. How do you take the guns away from everybody? It's hard to take the guns away from everybody now, and everybody got the guns. And everybody's scared with the guns, and the kids got the guns, and the kids don't know that these guns actually killing people. Once they start using them and shooting them, then they see that it's killing somebody.
Man, that's like I said, that's always been kind of mind blowing to me because, like I said, like we talked about it earlier, but when I was a kid, video games I was already 10, 11, 12, so I knew real life versus the fictional life. I knew that, okay, if you kill somebody, they're not coming back. You're going to jail. I knew all of that stuff, but I think now you hit it right on the head with the games because kids like now it just gets they younger and younger playing video games.
They're 8, 9 years old. 8 and 9 years old and 10 years old and 11 years old. He just got through holding a bottle in his hand, feeding himself. Now he done come out and got a big old gun. Because all he see is guns, all he hear is guns. And especially if you live down here in the bottomless pit, ain't nothing but guns down here in the bottomless pit. We ain't got no pencils down here, no ink pens down here. Our kids got guns. They ain't got no pencils learning nothing. They ain't got no sticks beating drums learning nothing. They ain't got no wrenches trying to build nothing. Our kids is fucked up because we don't have nothing to offer our kids and the system don't have nothing to offer our kids. The majority of our kids can't read and write. How can a kid go to school and sit up in school and he can't read and write? He's dirty and he's filthy. This kid don't want to be in school, so what do? He come outdoors and he come outdoors try to eat. It ain't the kid's fault, it's society's fault. It's society's fault. It's the government's fault. It's Texas' fault. The kids ain't got nothing but guns, and then that's the way you keep building a jail because our kids got these guns, so our kids gonna use these guns. Our little kids are running to games. Our little kids 15 and 16, 17 years old running to games and gotta have a gun because the gang member said you got to have this gun and you got to do that. These kids, then they hungry, so they following another boy. A little boy following another boy.
Let me ask you this, Pops. I remember, speaking of gangs, I remember when they started covering the gang stuff, especially here in Fort Worth, Texas, they were saying that even before the Bloods and Crips got here, that Fort Worth was like a gang city. Is that true?
Fort Worth have never been no gang city. Fort Worth was a city where people went to work every day and tried to have something, a little pimping and things like that. It wasn't no gangs. It wasn't no, when I was a little boy, they had a gang called the earring gang and the change gang. One boys had curly hair and one boys that. It always been little boys that ride together and do this. But Fort Worth wasn't no gang town. Fort Worth didn't start being a gang town until the Crips and the Bloods migrated to Fort Worth.
Okay. So this was a question. I remember listening to it on a podcast one night, and I said, next time I sit down with Pops, I got to ask him this. Because he was suggesting that gangs started to fight the police and to protect the neighborhood. Do you believe that?
The Panthers was fighting the police to protect the neighborhood. You always had some little boys that, fight police, because in our area, police gonna fight us. So we had to fight back. Sheriff department and white boys, they gonna fight us, so we gotta fight back. So we fight back, but don't too many people fight the police, especially black. And they didn't have gangs in Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas was a place where everybody mind their own business and try to get them some money. The young boys wanted to play football and run track and things like that. They didn't even know nothing about no gang shit. Every little boy in Fort Worth wanted to play basketball or football player. They didn't want to be no gang there. When the gangs, I wasn't even here when that hit Fort Worth, but when the gangs hit Fort Worth, everybody went to talking about being a gang, and it messed Fort Worth up. Fort Worth was a peaceful town.
Okay. So, man, I would say a couple of weeks ago, I'm watching Aiden Ross streaming live. And I'm looking at the live stream, and Charleston White is always on Aiden Ross live stream, so that don't strike me. But I see Pops on the bus with Aiden Ross. First off, man, what was that like?
What was it like for me? Riding in the car with some youngsters, listening to some youngsters talking, because I don't know who he was or things like that. So it's just like riding with my friend Charleston, because Charleston come get me sometimes, and I get in the car and I ride off with Charleston.
Okay. So it wasn't like you didn't see somebody that you even recognized. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, wow, I'm
not a person starstruck. I don't know. Me, I wake up every day and I'm not interested in learning who's the star, what's the star, this and that. My daily thing is getting up. Like I said, I'm a gambler. I'm looking for somebody to gamble with. He would be a good person to gamble with. He would be a good person if I had the right type of casino. And when he came, he might have came to my casino, and we might have could have beat him out of something. I'm interested in nothing but gambling, young man. I'm not.
You know what's crazy? He a big gambler.
I'm not interested in the platform. That's
right.
Y'all's game. I know nothing about this platform stuff. Really feel like I'm out of line on platform speaking. That's for you scholars, all
right.
you educated peoples and things like that have degrees and issues and things. And when you ask one about an issue, he got a degree in that because he have studied that.
I can tell you this. I feel you what you're saying, but I can tell you this. There ain't no education, no degree that anybody can go get that'll match what you got up there. In your perspective. It's the reason why we all run to you, right? We all run to you for answers. And it's for a reason. Like I get what you're saying. That's your code. That's how you always live.
What I seen with these eyes and what I heard with these ears. Now, lots of things I heard with these ears, I don't believe, because man will make his mouth say anything. But the things that I've seen with my eyes, my concept is my concept. Whatever another man's concept about what he talking about, that's his business. I don't even debate with him about it.
Right.
But I know one thing. Times are different because they see everything y'all doing. Everything y'all do now, they see it. So how can you commit a crime? So a fool is a fool to commit a crime. But we as poor peoples, we have to commit crimes because we have to eat. A lot of times you got to break the law to eat because that law says you can't do this, but you ain't gonna eat if you don't break that law. Because I can't make no $100,000 a year and things like that to feed my family, look after my family. So I have to break the king's law, but it's not God's law; it's the king's law. When I break a law, it's the man that made the law.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that 100%. One of the things that was interesting, going back to the Aiden Ross thing, is that on the bus, he's Jewish, and on the bus he was asking you if you knew about the Holocaust. So let me ask you this: do you believe like what we learned in school about the Holocaust? Because nowadays there's a bunch of new theories of people saying like, oh, it didn't happen like that, or even I've even seen one recently that said Hitler was for black people. Did black people know that back then?
Watch this here. Hitler wasn't for black peoples. Whatever the fastest black running man it was, Hitler didn't even want to shake his hand. Hitler was for Germans, blue-eyed and blonde hair. He want the whole world to be blue-eyed, blonde hair. Now why Hitler hated the Jews so much, I don't know. Just like I don't know why that white boy hate us so. I don't know. But Hitler's job, Hitler wanted to kill every Jew it was on planet Earth. That's what Hitler wanted to do. And in 1945, the United States and the United Nations went and freed Jews from the Holocaust. He wouldn't free them. So then they gave, each country took Jews. Each country took Jews in 1945. So from 1945 to now, the Jews has been trying to come up and don't want nobody over them no more. Because once Hitler was over them, look what he done. Now the man that's running the Jewish thing now, he just like Hitler. Look how he killing all them Palestinians. But I can't speak on that. Look how that white boy got us over here. That's they squabble. The Jews squabble and the Palestinians, the Germans, every nation squabble against one another. The Jews don't like Germans. Germans don't like Jews. The white boy don't like the black boy in America. He play like he do, but he don't. He put you under him. Them Jews and them Palestinians and them Russians and things, they fighting for land and freedom. What is the black boy in America fighting for? A color? A girl? So, and me, I don't get into history, but I know history.
Right.
I know history. I know in 1945 the Jews didn't have nowhere to stay. And countries took them in.
Right.
They made money in America. They had stores in America, Bill Saws, the Jew stores and things like that. But they gave us credit. One thing they did, they gave blacks credit. We could get credit in a Jew store. You can't get credit in a white boy store. You got to have cash or a card. You go in a Jew store and they give you some credit. Right.
Yeah. So look, so do you remember seeing Jews like when you were younger? Were there Jews here?
It was Jew stores in Fort Worth. There's Jews everywhere in Fort Worth. The Jews had the stores. The diamond stores, the liquor stores, everything. Jew Jerry had every liquor store in Fort Worth on the black side. Liquor store on the black side.
Right.
Every black neighborhood, Jew Jerry down street from North Side, 28 down there, that pump down there. He had liquor stores everywhere. And he loaned money every to blacks. Yeah, so yeah, I know about the Jews. I know about the South Korea and everybody. The North Korea.
That's okay. That's funny you said that. Last time we talked, you kind of told me, hey, you need to start studying what these other cultures are doing. You need to study North Korea. So I've been studying Kim Jong-un. You say, and you know what? Every time I see him, I think about you because you, if I'm not mistaken, you say you like him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He keep his nose out of other people's business, and he don't let nobody leave out his country, and he don't let nobody in his country, and he just mind his business.
Right.
He's an emperor.
Right.
He's an emperor.
Right. That's funny you say that because I've been watching like these documentaries about him, right? And not even about him, but just the country of North Korea. And it's funny, they say I think it's the Chinese border, where North Korea and China border.
China is over North Korea.
Really?
North Korea, China feed North Korea. The United States and Russia was superpower.
Right.
World superpower. They had all the nukes.
Right. Okay.
So then the United States and Russia joined hands.
Right.
Russia sold everything they had to China. China gave everything they had to North Korea. North Korea developed that shit. He can fight way up there and he can diagnose it wherever he wanted to go. But we don't want to talk about that. That's their war, that's their world. And what did y'all God say? God, y'all God, because y'all believe in God. God said he destroyed earth once by water. And he felt kind of bad when he destroyed it. So he said he wasn't going to destroy it no more. He said man's going to destroy it with fire. And all these fools got nuclear weapons now. And any day, all of y'all can be gone. Any day. Because all the world leaders are scary little boys. They was little boys just like you was a little boy. All the world leaders was little boys. But they had a silver spoon. Y'all didn't have no silver spoon. Y'all had to eat out of a wood spoon and eat from the dirt.
Right.
And look at y'all. Look at the black man in America.
That's crazy. So let me ask you this. You said we don't want to talk about that. So typically should black people kind of stay out of other countries or stay out there like business or like keeping up with it?
Every country is supposed to mind their own business.
Right. But we are our own nation though, right?
Every individual is supposed to mind their own business. If everybody mind their own business, we won't have no problems. But different cultures believe in different things. And different cultures have different beliefs. America, why do America feel like that everybody is supposed to listen to them and they last? The last country to be developed.
Right.
And you think everybody want to listen to you and they was there thousands of years before you? Who is you?
Right.
It's you, because you got more nuclear than anybody got supposed to be scared than you.
Right. Right. You think the United States will fall?
Huh?
You think the United States will fall?
It done already failed. It done already failed. Anytime everybody's in your country, you done fail, fool. North Korea ain't failed. Why? Because ain't nobody in there.
You can't get in there.
Everybody over here, and they come with their own law and their own rules. Now America's on fire. What did Dr. King tell y'all? Man, I led y'all in a burning house. What do y'all think that man meant when he said he led y'all in a burning house? What do you think he meant?
Man, he had to mean this.
It's on fire.
Man. So, as far as like, let's talk about kids for a minute and raising kids. It's no secret that today, probably in the black community, we probably are the race with the least fathers in the home. First of all, are you one of the people who believe that not having a father in the home plays a vital role in the development of a child?
It's got to.
Okay.
It's got to. If it's a man in the house and it ain't a woman in the house, that is. Me, I'm not a family man, so I can't speak too much on a family man. But I know what a family is.
Right.
You see them bushes? You see them kings and you see them queens? a family. You see us over here, the black woman trying to raise this boy, and she don't know what to raise the boy. She don't know how to raise the girl. So how she know how to raise the boy?
Right.
So we, as a culture of peoples, we have lost. The old niggas, mama, grandma, grandpapa, uncle, and everybody, they was family. Then all of a sudden the Negro. Then the Negro.
Right.
Now the Afro-American. Now the hip-hop. And now the nigga. And the niggas ain't got no daddies. The hip-hops kind of had a daddy.
Right.
The niggas don't have a daddy. These little boys, the birth of a new nation, the one that Charleston White called niggas. The kids, those are the kids that's out of control with the guns, no respect for nobody. They don't bleed like the Negro bleeds.
Right. So I remember I asked you earlier who was the strongest version of black people, and you said the
old niggas.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Back then, what's the difference if you stand a 15-year-old boy from today versus a 15-year-old boy from back then? What would be the main differences?
That 15-year-old back then know how to work. That 15-year-old know how to do things because he had a dad and a grandpa that took him to work with him. One grandpa lined to post cement. Another grandpa lined to lay wood. Another grandpa lined to work at uncle or something lined to work at a store. You had to go to work back then. These kids now don't have to go to work. So
Right.
a 15-year-old boy now, he's sorry. Because he ain't had to do nothing but just lay in the house. Mama gave him damn near everything. He didn't have to do nothing. He can't go outdoors and cut the grass because he got asthma. And he come back, I don't want my boy outdoors. I don't want my boy outdoors.
Right. Right. Yeah, I used to have to cut grass for sure, but my allergies was bad, but I still had to cut grass. Okay, now, boom, I like that. I like that answer, and I like the structure of that question. So now I'm going to ask you, what's the difference between the woman today and the woman back then? What's the difference between these two women? We can go 35-year-old woman today versus in that generation.
I told you this one time, and I'm going to tell you this again. My belief. The woman back then had a man in the house with her, hipping her. The woman today don't have no man in the house with her, hipping her today. So she kind of rebellious. Because she got to do it all herself, the woman today. The woman today and the woman back there, the women's back long time ago, they didn't work. The old men went out and worked. They took care of the house. And a lot of women did the garden work while the husband went to work.
Right.
A lot of women back then growed the food while the man is at work. And the man come home and did a little bit, but the woman did it. And the woman raised the children, took care of the children, and fed the children, and clothed the children. Taught the children how to sew, taught the children things. The woman today, she don't have time to teach the children anything, and she got to go to work too and pay all the bills too. She don't have time. She's messed up in the head because she don't have no help.
Right.
And the children's today, ooh, they fucked up. They fucked up.
Right.
No respect. No respect.
That's okay. So let's talk about the respect. Like what's the difference in respect? Like, or what was it taught better back then?
It was taught.
Okay.
It was taught in the house.
Okay.
See, your children ain't supposed to go to school and act no fool.
Right.
If your children go to school and act a fool, some of you done in the house ain't right, because your children know if they go to school and act a goddamn fool, they gonna get the goddamn shit beat out of them. You don't even talk back to grown folks. These kids talk back to grown folks. These kids have no respect, period.
Right. No, you right about that. I know even me.
Yeah.
And I'm not part of that generation, but I know me. There's absolutely 100% chance that I'm it's not gonna be pretty.
This is how I learned to fool with the kids. What's up, man? What you want to do today? I get a communication with them. Because I might want him to do something he don't want to do it, and then he going to drag and ask me, and him going to have a problem.
Right.
So I try to communicate with him. He's a human being. He's a child, but he's going to be an adult. So I try to handle him like he's a little bit stronger than he think he are. I try, what's happening today? What do you want to do today? Let's see if we can do what you want to do today. If we can't do what you want to do today, then I need you to do this for me today.
Right.
Because they rebellious. They rebellious. I was a rebellious kid, so I understand a rebellious kid.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy.
I was kids.
Right.
But the day and time was different. I used to steal soda water bottles and take them to the store and sell them. Milk bottles. Times is different. Everything is different. You got a camera. You look like a damn fool breaking in somebody's house, and the kids don't even know they're being filmed.
Right.
Let's just show you how dumb these kids here.
Right. They
outside breaking in a car and don't even know the people see them on the camera.
Right.
That's just how dumb they is, because nobody have enlightened them on what they doing. They wouldn't be doing what they doing if somebody had been and told them. If the kids knew about cameras everywhere, do you think they would be out there doing what they doing? No. But nobody have informed them to say you being watched. You were being watched. You being listened to. When you throw that rock and all y'all run, I didn't do it, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. They got a camera, goddamn it, showing who done it. And then when I'm saying you, I didn't do that, I didn't do it. And then I got to show you on the camera when you done it. The parents don't know nothing. So how is the children going to know anything? You got 50-year-old black men that's illiterate. We actually illiterate and we actually retarded. All us can't be like Dr. West.
Right.
All us can't be like that because, and then they say it ain't the white boy's fault. And who else? It sure ain't. It's our fault to keep listening to the white boy and don't break away from the white boy and try to find our way ourselves.
Oh.
And help teach our kids, take our kids away. White boy got us where we can't do nothing to our kids. We can't discipline our kids. We can't take care of them. We can't feed them and take care of them properly because they want proper clothes. We can't do that. So how in the fuck can we tell them something?
You can't.
They don't have no respect. So some kind of way, y'all, it ain't me. I'm gone. Y'all got to figure out how can we take our children back and try to teach them better. Every boy got to go to work with daddy. Daddy's supposed to have a job and take him on. I took my kids on all my job. Everything I done, I took my kids with me. And then I let them go with their mama. Because you're going to be either mama or you're going to be daddy. You got to work or you're going to be a crook. If you be a crook, you're going to jail. You be mama, you're going to have decent life.
Right. Yeah. No, that's crazy you say that. So when we was talking, I actually got excited because you said you've been listening to some Dr. Umar recently. First off, I remember I asked you if you knew who he was in a way older interview, and you didn't quite know who he was at the time. So now that you are hip to him, what are your thoughts on him? Do you buy into the Pan-Africanism?
This is my thought on him. He who was born in America, he can't relate with Africa like he who was born in Africa. He who was born in America got to relate with America.
Right.
I agree with that. I agree that the American black and the African should submerge together to help one another.
Okay.
I agree with that. But he who was born in America can never find out who he is. He who was born in Africa know what part of Africa he was born in. Sidney Poitier knew he was not born in America. He knew he was born in Africa. Colin Powell knew he wasn't born in America. He was born in Haiti or wherever over there.
Right.
The black man that was born in America, he was born with a oak. He was born under oppress. An African was born up under tribal. But a black man that's born in America, he was born up under oppress. This white boy, I'm over you. Right. You got to do what I said do. You got my name. So, no, there's no comparison with an African and a boy that was born in America.
Right. Right. No, I agree with that 100%. I think I like a lot of what Dr. Umar says too. I just think that the Pan-Africanism, it's a good concept as far as global African unification.
Just like they try to tell us, man, y'all are Israelite. Everybody in the Bible is black.
Right. Come on now.
Everybody in the black, that was blacks fighting one another. Pharaoh and Moses, both of them was black. Well, now one of them white. Right. But it just so happened that Pharaoh happened to been not one of God's peoples. Pharaoh, he took to Isaac. Right. Moses was his people. God's people was Hebrews. So he told Pharaoh, let my people go. God ain't never told that white boy, let me go. Right. He ain't never spoke. I got to speak for me. God ain't in this. Wow. So it's a difference. Muhammad is Muhammad. He believe in Muhammad, but everybody says the one creator. The one creator is one. Right. And everybody says one creator. Where did hate come from? Where did jealous come from? They say God created everything. So where did jealousy and hate come from? Abe and Cain, God appreciating one gift to give one and make one jealous of the other and make him kill his brother. Where jealous come from? God created everything. Y'all believe in God? Me, I just read the story. I don't believe in none of it. Right. Right. So you for sure you don't believe the black Israelites thing, do you? I don't know. Right. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Right. Right. Were there Muslims here in the before, like, let's say, let's go 60s. Were there Muslims here in the 60s? We had Muslims in my hometown in the 50s. Oh, okay. In the 40s, they was called black Muslims. Okay. And they had a tribe, and they believe in cutting white folks' heads off. That's really why the white folks didn't bother the Muslim brothers so fast. Right, okay. He bothered the Negro brother real fast. Right. But when it comes to that Muslim brother, they was called black Muslims. Because Elijah Muhammad said it was a black God. So here we is over here. All we done heard about is a white God. Now here comes somebody and saying it's a black God. So then some of us went Christianity and some of us went Islamic. Wow. So, but they've always they were kind of the old Muslims. The old black Muslims. They were kind of like extremists. They live their law and they live their code. Okay. They live by. If you're Muslim, you live by the Muslim law. If you're a Christian, you live by the Christian law. Muslims live by the Muslim law. All Muslims' hands are not clean. All Muslim feet are clean. They live according to a law. Christians supposed to live according to law. Muslims, they'll die for Allah. Christians die for Jesus and God. So you even got absolutely Buddhists in there. You even got Hindu in there. Where you was born, India believe in what they believe in. The Indians believe in the spirit, the water, the dirt, the air, and the fire. You know, different. They believe cows are reincarnated people too. Different beliefs. By us being born in America and been over here in America, I believe in God. Right. I believe in God and Jesus. I believe in God and Jesus. I don't want to hear about nobody else. All I want to hear about is that English white boy. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. Let me ask you this, because a lot of people in the comments especially over the time that we've been doing interviews together, a lot of people in the comments would say, hey,
Is he against religion?
No, I'm not against nothing no other man want to do. And it's good that you believe in that. Because if you didn't believe in that, you might would be something worse than that. Whatever you want to believe, that's your business. I don't knock what nobody do. I don't care what they say about me. I don't care what they think about me. You can't, so many different things and so many different thoughts and so many different things to see. What you believe in something good, it'll control you. Your belief will control you. Man, I ain't gonna do that because God gonna get mad at me if I do that.
Right.
I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. I lie. I can't have but one woman. I can't be no Muslim. I'm gonna eat some pig. And I'm gonna have more than one woman. I'm not gonna abide by no law. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm a free spirit.
Right. As far as building, or you say break away a lot. You say break away. We need to break away from them a lot. What's the first way we can break away?
The black man, it's going to be one generation. The black man in America,
Right.
Because you missed it.
Right.
You missed it. You missed it. You don't have a culture. Now, if you want to believe in, keep believing in what you believe in, because that is something.
Right.
That is something, even though it's a lie. To me, it's a lie. I ain't white, so I'm going to keep going along with your program. But I got to go along with your program because you own this country.
Right.
But in my mind, fuck you and your program. I'm going to ride and have me some fun and enjoy myself, and I ain't paying you no mind, and no, I can't beat you. But I'm going to enjoy myself, and I know how did we wind up and we have no knowledge of who we are.
Yeah. You know what I know? So as you know, I'm married to a Mexican woman. And so I know a lot of Mexicans, right? And a lot of them right now are kind of considering moving back to Mexico in bulk. Would you leave if we had somewhere to go? I know one of them.
Motherfucking way. I'm gonna stay right here. I own my own right here. Where the fuck I'm going? I go somewhere else. I got to be bothered with their law.
Right.
So I'll stay right here and deal with the white boy and his law.
Right. Yeah. They kind of seeing it as the United States going down. So they're like, yeah, we probably gonna go back to Mexico, but
they can't go back to Mexico. Cartels that took Mexico.
Yeah.
And run them out of Mexico, and they came to Texas.
Right.
You talking?
Oh man. Nah, for real though. Them cartels
just like Castro took Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
Cuba wasn't. Castro come from another country somewhere, a rebel, and took him a motherfucking country. Man, take land, man. That white boy come and took this.
Right.
Man, take land.
Yeah. What I was saying is I think there's an African country. There's an African country that's actually willing to take us, or they say they willing to take U.S. blacks over there.
If all of them they want to go over there, gone. I'm gonna stay right over here and keep dealing with this shit here.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna stay right here and keep dealing with this shit here, and hope one day my dream come true that we have our own, and don't come over here fucking with us.
Charleston White said one day that them bringing us over here was the best thing that could happen to this group of us. Do you believe that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You just know you here.
I don't know.
Right.
I know me over here. Like I said, I'm black, but I ain't been oppressed, man, for real. I'm a thief, a robber. I'm going to get me something. Money, free a motherfucker in the head and his mind. He can go where he want to go and he can do what he want to do. I did that in America.
Right.
I did that in America. So I went some places I wasn't supposed to go. I did some things I wasn't supposed to do. I lived for my ancestors. I wake up every day to live for them old blacks that wasn't able to do what I was able to do.
Right. What's the most beautiful place you ever seen?
The most beautiful place I ever seen was Vietnam and Hong Kong.
Okay.
Vietnam was the most beautiful place I ever seen before in my life. Nothing but pretty green and water.
Right.
Pretty green and water. It was beautiful.
Right.
Yes, indeed. When I went over there in '68, I swore it had to be dinosaurs over there.
That's how it looked in that jungle.
Beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
It was beautiful.
Let's talk about that. We don't have to talk about no war.
It's a rainforest. Vietnam was a rainforest. It was a rainforest.
So there's pythons
Beautiful.
and all that stuff.
All of that. All of that. All of that and some more. Yes, a beautiful rainforest. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's talking about beautiful. It was beautiful. And the peoples over there, the climate at 60, they had coats on. Yes.
It's cold to them.
Yes, it was beautiful. And then Hong Kong was beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, they was beautiful.
What were you doing in Hong Kong? Just visiting?
Called R&R. When you go to Vietnam and you stay in Vietnam a year, you've been over there 6 months, you can get 7 days anywhere you want to go.
Really?
You can go anywhere in the world you want to go.
Really?
Everybody wanted to come back. Lots of the people there wanted to come back to America. Lots of people wanted to go to Hawaii. I went to Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong and had me some fun over there for 7 days. Yes, indeed. Most beautiful country it is in the world.
China?
Yes, China. The rainforest is pretty green.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, people say Brazil, the Brazilian, you know,
the Amazon forest.
Yeah, the Amazon. And they say America used to be like that, but, you know, the Amazon. Yeah, pretty Amazon, you know, but no. I had fun in America. I had fun. And I learned who we are. I was confused just like everybody else was.
Right.
Grandma kept me in church.
Right.
They kept me in school. But when I went to becoming a young boy, traveling and seeing things, then I have my own opinion of this and I have my own opinion of that.
Right. So let me ask you this. Did when you were in those other countries, how did they receive you as a black person back then? Were they racist over there?
Everybody look at the black man funny.
Wow.
Everybody look at the black man from everybody look at the black man from America different. Even the Nigerians, they black and we black. The black American is a unique person. Why? Because he's been oppressed and don't even know he's been oppressed, and he's still a humble person.
Right.
The black peoples in America are very humble peoples and very lovable peoples. If you can love a motherfucker that oppress you and you want to be like them, something wrong with us.
Right.
Something wrong with us.
And that's how they look at us. It's like something got to be wrong with you.
Every country look at us, man. How them people been over there that long and look at them? They ain't got nothing.
Right.
They ain't got nothing. How they been over here all this time and look how ignorant they act.
Right.
We're blessed peoples. We're a group of people that have no knowledge of who we are. Right. And have nothing but love. I ain't mad about nothing. More mad at one another than it is anything. We destroying one another. Look how many blacks done killed blacks from the gang banging time started. White boy hadn't killed that many of us. He killed a lot of us and brainwashed many of them, but he hadn't killed a many of them. Well, look how many of us we done killed. Hate one another. We sick.
Right.
Something is truly wrong with us. And we ain't fighting about no land. We ain't fighting about no culture. We killing one another about nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Right.
The scientists, the doctors, all the little boys getting killed, ain't no telling what they could have been.
Right.
But by poverty, poor people's poverty, poor people down there in the bottomless pit, nothing, barely can eat, and bills and things and shoes.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still have a tendency to mingle through everything.
Right. And
still wake up and still be happy and loving people and just dancing in the streets. When Moses come from down the hill, what was they doing? Dancing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dancing and having fun. Pharaoh don't let them go. Yeah, just people just dancing. Now that's what we doing. We dancing in the streets. Look at the women. They dancing. They got the kids dancing. Dancing and fighting. That's all we doing.
Right.
Then where is the next generation of blacks going to be? Where is the young niggas going to be? And they children. A brand new group. Niggas and they children. What are they children going to be? And in a minute, they're going to be having children. Some of them already having children. Some of them 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, they're having sex. You can't tell them nothing. Once a girl and a boy have sex, that it is. That's why I should put them on jobs.
Right.
Get your job. You fucking, you can get your job. You can go fuck, you can go get your job. You know that is.
So let me ask you this, because that's honestly a sensitive topic, especially for people like even me who have daughters. As they father, how are you supposed to approach that? Are you supposed to like actively try to stop them from doing it, or should you accept the fact that they're gonna do it and try to?
This is what I said. Ain't nothing. Nature is nature. You did it.
Right.
We all did it. This is what I try to tell the girl. Say, girl, you're gonna be pregnant and he's gonna be gone. Say, girl, all he wanted is the coochie. All he wanted is the coochie. One of them told me one time, said, what you think? All we want is the Peter.
Right.
You know, so that is, you can't do nothing about it, and then you got a new generation coming. Once they do that, you got a new generation coming. You can't stop it.
So you shouldn't even try to stop it. You shouldn't even try to stop it.
You don't encourage you to try to stop it.
Right.
You try to, you try to, you don't encourage.
You don't let it happen, but you.
Well, you can't stop it from happening, but you just try to, tell them, say, if you go to fucking, you're going to have a baby.
Right.
You go to fucking, you ready for a baby?
Right.
Yeah. If you go to fucking, put a dick rubber on, you can't stop them, so you got to prevent it. Whether you have sex at, would I want my daughter to have sex on the lake in the car? No, I'd rather for her to have sex in her back room back there with a little boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're liable to get killed down there and anything. You can't stop life.
Right. Right.
Life is going to happen. When they start turning 10, 12, 11-year-old, you start watching them, you know what's going on. You know what time it is. So you just have to be honest with them, and you just have to tell them.
Right. So, man, that's tough. That's tough. So, as far as the boys, what do you tell the boys?
What do you say to girls? This is what I say to my girls. Say, don't give no nigga no pussy. Sell the pussy. I don't tell that girl that. I don't want her to be no free fucker.
Right.
And I don't want to just land up fucking.
Right.
So you tell them,
Right.
Some parents say you don't talk to them. Like, don't talk to them girls like that. Say, all that little boy wants is your pussy. That's all he wants. He get it, he gone. He going to have your friends and everybody else. So don't get involved, but you can't stop it. It's natural. You can't stop it, but you can, Yeah. That's my philosophy. They say I'm crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's insane, man. That's insane, because you're right. Like, I think about even me. My mom didn't know what I was doing. She didn't know what I was doing, but I was getting it done, though.
They know what we do because they done it.
Right.
You can play crazy if you want to. And then the way that I start telling if my kids, what my kids doing, I look in their mouth. I look at their little lips. Nigga, you smoking. Nigga, your lips wouldn't be black like that if you wasn't smoking, nigga. I look at their eyes. Nigga, you been drinking something. Your little eyes is white.
Right.
What you talking about? Nigga, brush your teeth. Get that yellow off your teeth. What you talking about? You gotta teach them. You're the teacher.
Right. Yeah. So there's another thing in the parenting world as far as letting your kids like date. What's an appropriate age to have a boyfriend, would you say, for a girl?
I tell mine. Here's what I tell mine. You don't want no boyfriend, because then you can't fool every boy you want to fool with. You can't have no girlfriend, because then you just got to have that little girl. Just be everybody's friend.
Right.
You're getting a boyfriend, and then when you get a boyfriend, you see him with another little girl, and you're going to be mad. Just be their friend.
Right.
Yeah, Couldn't nobody tell you, so you got to realize this. They going to do it. You want to know how they doing it. Because they going to do it, you done it. Right. So they automatically going to do it.
Right.
You can't stop them from doing it. You can try to take one and make one a non. You can try to take one and make one this. We had a little girl in school. Man, she never had no sex. Man, she never had no sex. Boy, all of us was trying to get her. She never had no sex. Soon her mama died, she went to having sex. So, you know, there it is. And just went to having sex. It's just went to having sex. It's just something, you know. There it is.
Yeah. So, man, I think we learned a lot. I think we learned a lot today, man. We definitely, as a culture, just need to continue to, I guess, stop doing so much talking and do more building.
You got to execute. You got to build. You got to put places of business together. Black men need to be business. Where the black tie shops? Where the black beauty salons? Where the black banks? Where the black schools? Blacks talk. All the ones that talking about they running for politics, they talk, but whatever they put over there for the kids. Some kind of where the kids can go. And they ain't got time to fool with a gun.
Right.
And then Joe Blow having family day, 20-year family day today. This weekend, family day at Sandy Lane.
Okay.
Yeah, family day at Sandy Lane. That means everybody in Fort Worth, that's family day. And y'all been having it for 20 years. Yeah. See, they even trying something.
Right.
Yeah, they have family day and they've been having it for 20 years. He got the same problems you got, dealing with the children.
Right.
Dealing with the children. But remember one thing, they grown now, they not children. Once one get, I said 10 years old, you start teaching them how to be grown. Lots of them kids up in New York and Chicago and places like that, they started 7 and 8 years old. You got kids on the streets in foreign countries that's 7 and 8 years old, hustling. And our kids, sorry, don't know how to do nothing. Just waiting on mama and daddy.
Yeah, my father-in-law, my wife's dad, he was selling newspaper in Mexico at 5.
Yeah, you had to come outdoors. You had to come outdoors. I'm blessed. I didn't have to do a lot of things that I done, but I come outdoors shining shoes. I come outdoors throwing the Fort Worth paper, sales, everything, because I wanted $1. The kids got to be hungry too. Some kids ain't hungry. They just let them wait on you to bring them something. That's a sorry child. Just wait, but waiting on mama, waiting on daddy. They don't do nothing. That's right. I tell them, boy, you're going to be sorry. I'm going to give you something to do. You got to give kids chores.
Right. Okay. Chores. Gotta give them.
You got to give them chores. You can't keep letting them be a child. You got to give them a responsibility, and you pay them for that responsibility every week. They do what you said do. You give them some money. You start giving them chores. Teach them how to work early.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have my 6-year-old boy on upstairs trash duty now.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with it. I bet he can pick up a trash, take that trash can out there, and empty that trash can, come in here and wipe it out with a rag and things like that.
Yeah.
Teach him how to mop, teach him how to sweep. Yeah.
At 6, they was mopping and sweeping at 6.
Shit. You know how to push that broom? Yeah, you know how to push that everything. You know how to do it.
You know what's crazy too, Pops? At his age right now, he wants to do that stuff. Like if he see me pulling the vacuum out, he like, oh, let me do it. But I always tell him, man, go sit down somewhere because
let him do it. Let him do it, and teach him how to do it.
Right.
Let him do it and teach him how to do it. He want to learn that. He's big enough to guide it. He might not get through with it fast as you are.
Oh yeah, he's a big old boy too, so he can.
While he vacuum cleaning, you watching him and you doing something else.
Right.
You done found one to help you. He vacuum cleaning while you doing this. Then in a minute, he gonna watch you do that. Then he gonna want to do that too.
Right.
Daddy, let me do this. That's how they learn.
And then my 3-year-old little girl, she just more so want to be included, I think. So she want to do it now.
She just need to be petted and talked to.
Yeah.
And teach her how to walk.
Right.
And in a minute, 4 years old, then she about ready.
Yeah.
At 3 years old, she's still a baby.
Yeah. I'm telling you. She would take, if you wasn't sitting in this chair, she'll take that chair over here to the sink, climb
and try to wash
it,
the dishes.
Turn the water and just try to wash the dishes. And I'm like, Mia, get down, girl.
Okay. So now you start helping her.
Oh yeah.
You start helping her do it. You kind of watch her do it and see it, let her do it a little bit, and then that's why there it is. That's how you teach it. She watching.
Right.
She watching. They watching you.
Right.
They watching what daddy do. So when daddy, let them do it. They watching you. You see they watching you. They seeing what you doing. They seeing that you busy. So they come over, let me help. Let me help.
And my wife
trying to be responsible.
Facts. My wife, she's what I would call a traditional Mexican wife. So my daughter want to cook. She wanna do everything. She wanna help her with laundry. She made me pick her up and put her on top of the laundry machine yesterday.
And
so
learn
she
how
could
to fold and things like that.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. Fold clothes, everything.
That makes them strong. That makes them strong. That's better than the kid just laying over here and hollering.
Right.
Yeah. And a lot of people gonna start getting their kids them phones and things like that.
Yep, I'm
and they're bad on their eyes. The radiation is bad on the kids' eyes. And
Okay.
things. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nah, we finna limit that, but. Man, it's a pleasure like always, Pops.
Oh yeah, anytime, young man.
Man, where's the Cash App? Tell them what's the Cash App again. You might want to look in that camera because I'm gonna switch it to that camera.
Y'all know the Cash App. $ Winnie P 1945. But I know y'all ain't gonna send nothing. It's all right though.
Yeah,
Have a nice day.